Patricia Clarkson from Stachland Leadership Development Center. I have received a question from one of my viewers, and it says, when should I update the data in my data room? That's an interesting question. When should you update the data? First, I'd like to commend you for even having a data room and looking at the data. But when should you update it? Well, in your data room at the beginning of the year, you put up the information that the state has given you on your previous year's testing, all of your attendance, your scores, all sorts of information that you have to help create a plan. And you make your plan for the year. But you set timelines to check when that plan is working. So those timelines are going to dictate when you should change the data in your data room. So let's just say that we make a plan and we say that we're going to check this plan in 3 weeks. And the data that we're going to use is our 3 weeks exams, our report cards, our profile tests, our student portfolios, whatever it is that you're looking at. If you're looking at attendance data, we're going to be looking at our attendance records for that time. We're going to be looking at teacher retention during that time. Whatever it is that your target focus is, you're setting a timeline to see this is the plan we're going to execute. And when do we want to check that plan? And how far along should we be in that plan at that point? So that's when you're going to update your data. If you're saying we're going to do these teacher trainings and we want to make sure that the teachers were there, are you using your sign-in sheets to verify that? Are you checking lesson plans? Is that the data you're going to use? The data will vary based on the plan, but it is your timeline that tells you when you're going to be changing the data. So as soon as that timeline says it's time to check for progress, you're going to pull up the data that you said you were going to use to verify progress. Now you're going to put that up and you're going to compare it to the previous data. Have we made gains? Did we make the gains we thought we were going to make? If not, what do we need to tweak? Where do we need to go from here? Do we need to gut the whole program? Do we need to tweak? Do we need to maybe, I don't know, look at some little minute thing that went wrong? But what do we need to do to get along track? We could have just overshot our vision. Maybe we are doing the right things, we're on the right course, but we thought we'd be further along. So sure and steady is better than fast and crash and burn. So the question is, how much gain do you want to make at that point? And then you'll know whether you need to move forward. The whole planning cycle is about that. I once had a team and we made a plan. And during the planning process, we came up with this plan. We had all these bright ideas. And one of the teachers sat back, said, it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Oftentimes when you're in a team and you think you've got a plan and you've got that team member that says, it's not going to work, your heart sinks. But instead we said, well, why won't it work? And he began to say, because of this, because of that, but look at this, look at that. And we as a team began to say, well, let's tweak that. Well, what if we do it this way? Well, what if we fix that little loophole? And we came up with a plan that all of us were comfortable with. And we executed it. At the end of the time frame, we looked at it. We made gains, but not the gains we really wanted. So we went back to the drawing board. Was this a good plan? And we all agreed yes. Do we need to tweak it a little bit? And we said, well, maybe if we just change this one thing a little bit, that will work out better for all of us. And so we did, but we stayed that course. And we set a new timeline. So when are we going to come back to this table and look for the gains that we're looking for, that we planned on, that our improvement plan says we're going to have? You don't want to wait till May, June, July, to see the data and then realize your plan didn't work. The whole planning process is planning and tweaking and changing and editing and moving forward, but you just keep moving forward. We're doing what's in the best interest of students. And when I say that, we're doing what's in the best interest of everybody, all stakeholders. Because if teachers are happy, students are happy. If teachers understand the vision, students will understand the vision. So let's put up our data, let's set our timelines, and let's move forward. So again, the question was, when should I update the data in my data room? That truly depends upon the timeline you set in your planning process. At what points are you going to have those checkpoints to make sure you're on the right track? I hope that answered your question. Be sure and check out my website, www.stachlin.com, for more information. If you have any more questions, feel free to email me at pclarkson@stachlin.com. And you have an amazing school year and a fantastic data room. Bye for now.